Hi, I'm Kimberly Schneiderman, Senior Practice Development Manager at RiseSmart, here with your weekly tip. There are numerous books that include the phrase "now what" in their title, and for good reason. The phrase "now what" is a great way to induce action. We encourage you to add this idea of "now what" to the steps you take in your career transition for a more proactive approach. For example, I just attended a webinar. Now what? Ask yourself what action you would like to take based on what you learned in the webinar. Will you try a new networking strategy? Will you edit your LinkedIn profile? Will you research the recruiting trends in your industry? Maybe you just read a book. Now what? If it was a self-help or motivational book, review the chapters and any highlights to the text that you made. What are the actionable ideas that you can add to your goals or to-do list? You invested a lot of time reading that book. Don't set it aside until you can truly leverage the teachings and concepts introduced. I just had a session with my coach. Now what? Interactions with coaches are inherently designed to provide new ways of thinking about old problems, new strategies to consider, and new directions to take in your career transition efforts. Keep yourself accountable by tracking action items and following through on promises that you've made to yourself. And finally, I had an interview. Now what? Following up after an interview or networking meeting is important. Leverage RiseSmart's resources and communication templates to help you craft a strong follow-up note that puts you in a good light and defines any next steps. Showcase the attributes and skills valued in the workplace, communication, follow-up, and initiative, just by writing that follow-up note. The bottom line is that there is frequently action to take once a task is complete. Take a moment to ask yourself, now what, throughout your career transition to ensure you are doing everything possible to achieve your goals. Thank you for joining me today. And for more ideas in your job search, be sure to tune in to this week's webinars.